Bob. Welcome back.
Hi, good to see you.
Okay, great. So, where did we leave off last time?
If I remember correctly, I was just talking to you about how I want to be able to see my kid, and my wife got a restraining order against me since I got out of jail, and I took a job, construction job, just so that I can see my kid and pay my child support, stuff like that. I haven't seen my kid yet. I've talked to him a couple times on the phone since the last time I saw you, but I haven't. Not talking to my wife. Not really interested in talking to her, reconciling, or anything like that. That's not going to happen. But yeah, so that's just what I'm trying to do right now. Is just get to where I can see my kid, get to where I feel like I'm feeling better about things, and so my housing is pretty secure right now. For the most part, I got a little one-bedroom apartment. So, but I got to set up, where when finally his mom lets me see him and we can get that all worked out with the courts and everything, then he can come and stay with me maybe once in a while or something.
Tell me more about how the conversations have been going with your son. You said you've been talking to him.
I've talked to him a couple times. They're okay. He's old enough to know, kind of what's going on and where I was and what happened with all of that. And, he's mad at me for making his mom feel threatened. He is mad. But, the phone conversations we have, they don't last very long. It's basically just me asking him how he is. And he answers in one or two words, Asking him how school's going, and he'll say fine. I ask him how football's going. He's like, it's fine. That's about it.
So, you said you worked it out with your wife so that he could come see you?
Wait, not yet.
Not yet. Okay.
I'm working toward that. Because that's her and the courts and all this situation with me, making sure I have a secure house, a secure job, that I've been paying my child support regularly. Since I have a record now, since I have a criminal record and everything now, they're really being kind of sticking them out about that sort of thing.
Mm-hmm.
So, they don't believe. I saw a therapist, I saw a psychologist while I was in jail, and I'm seeing you now and everything, and they said that that's all heading in the right direction, but they're just making me take a ton of time. I don't know how long it's going to take. So before I get to see my kid.
So where are we at with that process right now? You said you've made some progress.
I gotta talk to my PO about I have a meeting with my PO in 2 weeks, and I got a list of questions and stuff that I just want to ask. I decided that I was having a hard time remembering all the things that I wanted to talk about and everything, and I don't know. I feel like maybe this medication that I'm on is making me kind of tired and forget stuff. I was good on it for a while, but now I'm not sure. I don't know what's going on. I don't know if my dose needs to be changed or what, but I'm starting to kind of forget shit. So I'm just starting to write things down. I just want to add. I need to know. I don't remember how much time is supposed to go by before I can see him, because I haven't even had a supervised visit. So, all I've been able to do is talk on the phone, and that's all just been because his mom has been okay with it. So, but in 2 weeks, I've got this meeting with my PO, and I'm going to ask about what kind of time, how much time is going to go by, how am I doing as far as ticking off all the boxes. I got a job, I'm clean, I haven't had any suicidal or psychotic thoughts or anything like that.
So you just want to get in and get out and get out?
I do. I really do. I don't like this whole drawn out process.
Oh, I understand.
It's not like I planned to go crazy. It's not like I planned all that.
Now, you had mentioned some changes you're experiencing with your medication.
Yeah.
Are you still taking the recommended dosage and at the correct times, or still taking it regularly? Or?
Well, yes, for the most part. I think I missed some doses, maybe a couple times a week. Sometimes I forget. I just forget. because now I'm in this whole, like, this new routine and everything with my job and stuff, and things are, like, I get inside my head, and I start thinking about how I haven't been able to see my kid, and I just kind of start getting sad a little bit, and so I think sometimes I forget to take my meds. But it's not all the time. Most of the week I do take them. I have one of those like those pill boxes. It's got like the Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and I have all of them in there, and I check that on Sunday mornings, and but then sometimes I'll look like on Wednesday morning, and I look and I forgot to take Tuesday night's pill. So
is it? Are you experiencing any differences when you forget to take the pill, or any sort of recurring thoughts or attitudes coming back, or are you feeling different?
I just right now I don't think like I'm just tired. I'm forgetful. That's probably the biggest problem. Is that I'm tired and I'm forgetful. And I'm starting to get sad again. But I'm not like I was before the whole thing, the whole chainsaw incident. I'm not like that. I'm just starting to get kind of sad again. So,
well, it seems like you've. I mean, it's only been 2 weeks since we've seen each other. It seems like you've made still some great progress. You said so you're getting to talk to your son a little bit more now.
Yeah.
But there's still that relationship seems like it's kind of rocky right now.
Yeah, I mean he's pissed, so I get it. I want to make that better though.
And your wife is working with you to be able to
just in it, like as little as she can. I mean, she don't want to have anything to do with me. I kind of don't want to have anything to do with her because we have that restraining order in place. We're not really engaging each other very much. We're not talking to each other really much. But she's agreed to let me talk to my son a little bit more.
So, and your things at work going okay? How's
yeah. I mean, it's long hours, but I like the work.
You like the work, so you like what you're doing.
Yeah.
And you still seem like you, even though you're missing a couple of dosages, you're still taking the medication regularly. And last time you said you absolutely want to take it, you love taking it because it.
I felt so much better, and now like I don't know things. It's like I'm not feeling as good. It could be because I mean I don't know if it's because the dose I need to change the dose, or if I need a different medicine, or if it's just because I forget 1 or 2 times a week. I don't know. So it's like. I don't feel like it's working as well as it was when I first started taking it. Because, like I said, I started taking it in jail. Yeah, so I'm not sure. I don't know what it is. I gotta ask my kiddo about that too.
Okay. Well, you had said that you're getting kind of tired and kind of you feel like are you feeling like you're making like 1 step forward and 2 steps back here, because it seems like you're still making progress.
Well, maybe like 2 steps forward, 1 step back. I mean, like, because I feel overall, I mean, I'm glad I'm not in prison anymore. I'm glad I get to talk to my kid. I'm glad I got a job. I'm glad I got a place to live. So, it's just, it's not, I'll always have this record now. So I don't know what kind of jobs I'm going to be able to get beyond what I have right now. They've been real good at working with me with those sorts of things.
Who's they?
Oh, my employer, my boss, yeah. So, so it's been all right. He's been really nice. But, I don't have my wife anymore, and I don't have my home, like where I did live. I don't get to see my kids. So there's just, everything's different.
So you keep having these reoccurring thoughts that kind of get you down because you don't have what you used to have.
Yeah, it's not as good as it was.
So I'm sorry, I keep jumping back to your son. And are you initiating the calls, or is he calling you?
No, he's not calling me.
And you have just short conversations?
Yeah, just to kind of check in, just to hear his voice, and just to try to make that connection again, because we didn't have that connection. He came to visit me 3 times. Like he came once a month the first 3 months I was in jail. His mom brought him. Well, the first 2 times she brought him, and then that 3rd time, my mom brought him. So his grandma brought him. And anyway, and then then after that he didn't come. And I don't know if it's because nobody brought him or if he just didn't want to come. So I haven't asked him about that yet. I'm kind of afraid to ask him about that yet because I don't want to like bring up a lot of bad thoughts. I feel like he already has a lot of bad thoughts towards me because of this whole thing, and yeah, I don't want to bring up anything like that. So, not yet. Not yet.
You're not ready to do that yet?
No,
Okay.
no.
Is it something
like
you'll probably do in the future?
Maybe, like, I hope, I mean, he's still young, so it might take some time, but I'm hoping that we get to a point where he can, tell me, eventually we'll be talking or something, and the conversation will be better, it'll be easier, it won't just be these little short 5-minute, 10-minute conversations where he's just saying yes or no answers, or just one-word answers, and where he'll feel like he can open up to me and tell me what the deal is, why he's so upset. So, I don't know. We're just not there yet. There's just a lot of unknowns. There's a lot of question marks in the air. So, around this whole thing.
Do you plan on continuing to make frequent contact with your son?
Yeah.
Or are you gonna...
Yeah. I mean, I'm committed to this. I'm committed to having him back in my life. And, I'm doing everything I can to make sure that my child support is paid on time. Because that's like, I don't want to mess with any of that stuff because I'm afraid that, like, one missed payment, I'm going to be back in jail.
Right.
I don't want to cross my PO. I don't want to cross the judge in any way. I'm just doing my best to try to keep everything. I'm even nervous that I've told you that I've missed a couple of, I missed my pills sometimes. So, because I feel like that could be a problem.
Well, everything in this session obviously is confidential, so I'm not going to go tell your doctor, I'm not going to go tell your PO or whatever. It's not like you're abusing medicine anyways. You just
No.
And it seems like you're in the I'm ready to change, make action, let's do this.
Yeah.
That's what I'm getting from
I feel like I'm kind of stuck. I mean, what next? What do I need to do next?
Need to know, yes, exactly.
Right.
You just want to do the next steps.
Right.
Now, you had also mentioned that you wanted to have some friends or have some company. You feel alone.
Yeah.
Is that contributing sort of to your depression?
Maybe, I'm still not really hanging out with anybody. So I don't know. I just watch football at home by myself. And I don't know. That could be part of it, I guess. For the most part, I don't really have. I've not really found a group of people to hang out with outside of work.
Last session, I gave you some homework. You said you like to go walk downtown and look at the stores, look at the little billboards, and go to bands.
Bring that up. Bring that up.
I wouldn't forget. So how did that go? Tell me a little bit how that went.
Well, I was really excited about that. I thought I kind of psyched myself up for it after we had talked about that. And so the next day, I went out and I tried to do that after work. And it just didn't go very well. I think after the first couple people that I tried to talk to, I just got nervous. I felt weird. I was afraid. I didn't want to tell too much about myself. I didn't want to tell them that I'd been in prison. I didn't want to tell them that my wife had left me and I didn't see my kid. I just didn't feel like anybody would want to know about that stuff, or that if they knew about that stuff, then they wouldn't get to know. They wouldn't want to know me. They wouldn't want to get to know me or anything like that. So I stopped doing that.
Can I be honest with you?
Yeah, I mean that's why we're here, right?
I feel like you absorbed this identity since going to prison. That everyone that you come into contact with is going to judge you for being in prison.
Aren't they? Wouldn't if you just saw me on the street or got to know me on the street, wouldn't you just judge me? I mean, I feel like I before I went to jail, I totally would have done that sort of thing.
Well,
I mean,
I understand how you feel that way, definitely. But I'm not everybody else. So, and I'm not saying that I would. I probably wouldn't. But how do you know everyone else?
I don't. I don't know. I think I just feel like that's something I would do, so that's probably something everybody else would do.
So, you have this negative perception that everyone's just going to hate you for being in prison, and they're gonna want to find out why you were in prison, and they're gonna hate you more, and you're just gonna be completely ostracized from society. But at least you tried. You went out and you tried. And
Yeah. It's not like I just didn't do it at all.
So you made an effort to
Yeah.
find some friends. Okay, so let's try this. By the next time we meet, I would like for you to go. What's a good event? Then the state fair coming up. So yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. Why don't you go to the state fair?
Okay.
And go talk to people and have a conversation with somebody. But I don't want you to mention that you were in prison. And just see how that goes.
Okay.
And
I'll try that.
see if you
But what do I do? I ask you this. I mean, like, what happens in the future? I mean, what if I become like friends with that person and then we hang out and in the future or something? Like, I don't know. I'm worried that I'm going to be rejected. Like, what if I tell them that?
You're worried about being rejected.
Yeah, like,
okay.
you know, like what if we're sitting around hanging out and, I don't know. They ask me if I have kids. Yeah, I got kids, you know, but like, I don't get to see my son. That kind of leads into things. Start talking about my wife leaving me, going to jail, and all that stuff. I'm just not sure if I can handle that rejection.
You're just not sure if you can handle it yet. Okay.
Right.
And we can work on that. We certainly can. I do want to, inform you. It is possible that you could be rejected. Just being real with you here. But that's not going to happen in every instance. Someone who's learning how to swim always has the possibility that they can drown, but they're not going to learn how to swim unless they get it before.
Yeah, that's a good analogy.
I'm glad to hear that you're still doing okay and you've made some progress.
Yeah, I mean, for the most part, I would say overall I'm all right. Overall, I'm all right. I mean, yeah, like
we need to work on those.
there's just some stuff. There's just some stuff that's come up, since I last saw you.
You're still trying hard. I think we just need to work on those negative perceptions.
What can I do about that? Like, I don't want to have these. I don't want to feel sad. I don't want to think bad thoughts about myself. I mean, like, what? I don't even know what do I do about that. Like, I don't even know.
What have you done so far?
Well, I just kind of get thinking about, like, you shouldn't have fucked that up. Sorry about my language.
Well, you're fine.
And then it doesn't, like I said, it doesn't get as bad as it did before.
Mm-hmm.
But I still get in those kind of, like, bad thought processes. So, where I just, like, I start getting down on myself. And I don't do anything. Like, I'm not trying to hurt myself or anything. I'm not trying to hurt myself. So I hope that you don't think that I'm trying to hurt myself. Because I'm not.
Not at all.
Because I'm not. I just.
If I did, I'd ask.
Right.
I have a question though.
Sure.
When you have these negative thoughts, what's the first thing that you go to? What's the first thing that sort of happens?
Well, usually it's usually after I've talked to my kid. It's usually like right after I get like excited to talk to my kid.
Mm-hmm.
So I'll call. I'll decide. I'll kind of get myself into like a good place where I'm like, I'm going to talk to him, and maybe today's going to be like a good day. We're going to talk a little more. And
so these negative thoughts happen.
Yeah, because it's like it never goes the way that I want it to. Those conversations never go the way that I want them to.
And so let me get this straight. I'm just going to sort of sum up what I think you're experiencing, just to make sure that we're on the same page here.
Yeah.
So you talk to your son, and you get off the phone and you have like these negative thoughts about how you're never going to get anywhere and do anything, or everyone's going to reject you because you've been in prison before, and so you just sort of kind of get depressed. Do I have that right?
Yeah, that sounds exactly right.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, we definitely don't want you to stop talking to your son, because that's the ultimate goal just to have time with him and
Mm-hmm.
rebuild that relationship and get him sort of to where he can, want to be around you a little bit more.
Yeah.
So how many times a week do you talk to your son?
Just like once a week
Once a
right
week?
now. I mean, that's all that his mom will let us talk. I mean, it was a long time before I could even talk to him. And then I'm hoping after I talk to my PO, kind of work this out because I don't want to get in trouble. I don't want to call too much. I don't want to because I don't know, that might be violating restraining order. I don't know. So I got to talk to my PO and see if it's okay for me to talk, call him more. Just, I mean, I want to talk. See him. I want to see him. And I kind of feel like, I don't know, maybe the reason why I can't, I just thought about this. Maybe the reason why I can't, I'm having a hard time making friends is because I feel like it would just be like a band-aid for the relationship that I have with my kid. And I don't, I want a relationship with my kid. And then maybe having that relationship, I don't know.
Okay.
I just want to be able to see my kid.
So let's do this. Every time you talk to yourself on the phone,
Mm-hmm.
when you hang up the phone, I want you, and you can get like a piece of paper or a marker board like this, and write 3 things. Okay, I want you to write one thing that went well with that conversation, one thing that you've been doing to get closer to your goal.
Okay.
It has to be different every time.
Okay.
And then one thing positive about yourself.
Okay.
Every time you talk to yourself.
Okay.
And
All right.
let's see how that goes. Yeah, let's see if we can't reframe this to where it's, I'm not good enough, I'll never get my son back, I'm just a prison loser or whatever. 'Cause that's definitely not true. Because, you don't really get this kind of story very often where you've got someone coming out of prison that's wanting to do everything in their power to get their son back. So, and every time I've seen you, you've made immensely big positive steps. So,
Thanks.
that's good.
That's good to hear. I feel good about that.
We just have about a few minutes left here, and I don't want to bore you with all the paperwork beforehand.
Cool, man. I filled out a shit ton of paperwork in the last few minutes, so it's all good.
I know. So I just have this form, and it's just general stuff.
Right.
And I was wondering if we can go through it together.
Sure. Yeah. Shoot.
Okay, great. So you have the son? What's your son's name?
Calvin.
Calvin.
Yeah, he was named after my dad.
How old is Calvin?
He's
10. And you don't have custody of him.
No.
And he lives with his mother.
Mom. Yep.
You have any other children?
No, he's it.
Just the one. Do you have anyone else living with you, or are you just living alone?
I'm by myself right now.
Alone?
Yeah.
Okay. Nix that. Do you have any history of substance abuse
In my family? Oh, my mom used to tell me that her dad was an alcoholic, so I guess my grandpa, he was dead before I was born.
Okay.
Yeah.
This may be a hard question. Has anyone in your family completed suicide?
No, I don't think so. I can't think of anybody that I knew. So I feel like, yeah, no.
No?
No.
That's good.
I had some family, on my dad's side that I wasn't, super close to. So I don't know what's going on with them. But no, nobody that I know.
Okay. Are you still having significant problems with depression? Are you diagnosed?
Well, yeah, I was diagnosed, but I don't know. So I do have that diagnosis, but I don't know if I would call it it's not severe anymore. It's just, that's part of the reason why I'm taking meds.
Has anyone in your family been diagnosed with depression, schizophrenia, bipolar, Alzheimer's, anxiety, anything like that?
Yeah, I had an aunt who is bipolar.
Aunt is bipolar.
Yeah.
Okay. What about attention or learning disabilities or school behavior problems?
My sister was rowdy. I guess you could call that behavior problems. Yeah, she was right. She's all right now.
And has anyone other than you been incarcerated?
I think my grandpa was in probably for public intox. I think Mom told me that, but that was before I was, he was dead.
Okay. Are you on any kind of food stamps or TANF?
You know what? I signed up for food stamps right after I got out, but I've not used it. I think I still have that benefit, but I've not used it in a month or so because my work is pretty steady, and I don't like taking from the government, so yeah. So I'm not using it right
Okay. And so you've been involved with, let's just say we have just a few minutes left.
now. Okay.
So try and hurry it up.
Sure,
we'll finish
man.
this up in the
No
next
problem.
section.
Yeah, sounds good.
Okay. And so you have steady housing. Well, that's good.
Yep.
Are you, so your wife has a protection order against you?
Yeah.
And you're on parole?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Do you have a caseworker?
I thought that's who you were.
I just thought you might have one.
I mean, I have a PO.
Okay,
no, and then you. No, I don't have anybody else. Just you and my PO. But.
Okay. Are you taking any medications for allergies?
No. Not for allergies.
Any other medical conditions?
I don't think so. I don't have any other problems. I've never been hurt or anything.
What's the name of the medication that you're taking for your depression?
I am on Lamictal.
Okay.
That's one of my meds. I'm on two meds, and I'm on a Risperidol. That's the other one.
Okay. Any past medications that are important to know?
No, nothing. I wasn't on anything before I went to prison.
Okay. Any significant hospitalization?
I had my appendix out when I was 8.
Okay. How are you eating?
I eat all right. I don't spend a lot of money at the grocery store because I'm not a good cook. So I just get TV dinners. But I get the big ones. So I'm eating. I'm fine.
So you're eating 3 meals a day?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I know some of these questions are kind of just
No, it's cool. No, but I'm eating.
Okay.
I'm fine.
Are you in any kind of pain lately? Do you do any sort of pain management techniques?
No, I'm good. No, just, rub some dirt in it. Shake it off if something hurts. Yep.
And we had talked a little bit about your social support. Where's that mostly coming from right now?
Well, I call my mom sometimes too. Talk to her, or I call my sister. We talk pretty regularly.
Your sister and your mom?
Yeah, and my mom. My dad's too.
How about work too? You said work.
Yeah, I hang out with my buddies. We don't really spend much time outside of work, hanging out, but we talk. So it's not like I don't talk to anybody at all. I work with a bunch of Mexican guys, and they're very cool. They're super cool dudes, but they've all got families that they go home to. So we don't really hang out afterwards, and so my Spanish isn't great.
Well, I would definitely like to thank you for sharing this information with me today.
Sure,
I think
thanks.
we did. We got.
This felt like talked about some hard stuff I didn't want to talk about.
Talked about some hard stuff.
Good stuff, I think. Feel better. I feel like I've, like a burden's been lifted. I think.
So we've made some progress. Let's come back and let's talk about the progress you've made in 2 weeks.
Cool. All right. I'll see you in 2 weeks. Thanks.